Okay, so I'm alone right now for like a little bit. Trayvon went to the vending machines, so I'm going to try to do a little bit of a birth story. So obviously I had a scheduled C-section because of the timeline of when I had my babies, just because we didn't want to risk a uterine rupture. So I knew my scheduled C-section date for about a month. I didn't tell anybody except for my best friend, obviously, because she flew into Texas to come watch my other kid and my two dogs. So I was scheduled for 7:30 in the morning, and you have to get here 2 hours before your scheduled time. So we had to get here at 5 o'clock in the morning. But we got up at 4 o'clock just so that way we could make sure that we had everything, and also it was super cold, so we had to wait for the car to heat up. And also we weren't expecting this, but the car had ice on the windshield and the back window because it was just so cold. And in Texas we typically don't own ice scrapers because of like we're just like not used to cold temperatures, so we had to use like one of our cards to scrape that off. But anyways, we got here and they admitted me, went over some questions and whatnot, gave a urine sample. The anesthesiologist came and talked to me. There was like 2 different ones. They were like, kind of like teamed up together, if that makes sense. And then my doctor came by for just like a few seconds to be like, oh, hey, see you there. I was freaking out a little bit, but not as much as I did with Paisley, because with Paisley I was like bawling, crying in the OR, obviously because it was a emergency C-section, very scary. But they wheeled me down in the bed, and once we actually like got there, because you don't stay in the bed that they brought me in, they had me walk to the OR, and then just started prepping me. The anesthesiologist, as he was like about to do my spinal, he was like looking at my back and was like, oh, do you have scoliosis? And I like didn't ask him what he meant by that, because I was just shocked that he asked that. I was like, no, not that I know of. But then obviously, not too long later, the spinal kicked in and, did my C-section. Everything went very smooth, and it's still going pretty smooth. I only had pain last night, and it was mainly my back where the spinal was at.